Hey, and welcome to Hank's True Barbecue. We're gonna do a hot and fast cook today on my big green egg. So what's on the menu, you may ask? Well, I got myself a Celeriac. Originally I thought I was gonna do a caveman style grill with this one and serve it with smoked butter, but then I thought, you know what? Let's see if we can't cook this one fast. Now, so this Celeriac, this is 750 grams, that's like 1.5 pounds. I'm gonna dice it up in a little over 1-inch cubes and we're gonna marinate it. I wanna add some flavors, I'm gonna add some soy sauce. This is a very specific brand, it's a Swedish brand made from fermented yellow peas. But if you can't find this, which is gonna be hard outside of Sweden obviously, Japanese soy sauce is really good. I prefer not to use Chinese because it's just a bit thicker and a bit too salty, so go with Japanese. And also, just to add a bit of sweetness, I'm gonna add some ketchup mayonnaise. So we're gonna do a 50-50 mix of soy sauce and ketchup mayonnaise, and we're gonna marinate the cubes for an hour or two. And then we're gonna make the sauce, which is gonna be a wild garlic aioli, which is really tasty, and we're gonna fire up the grill, of course. So let's get to it. So that was a quick job, just chopping it up. Now this does not need to go to waste. Instead, I'm gonna keep this and make a soup out of it. Use it when making a vegetable soup. So no need to throw this away. It's gonna add a ton of flavor. Or if you're making a vegetable bouillon, of course, then it's really handy. So make sure you keep this around. If you don't want to use it in the next few days, just freeze it. So time to get those cubes in a bag, and we're gonna add the marinade. Start out with the ketchup mayonnaise, I think 1/2 deciliter, and the soy sauce, equal amounts. I think this should be good, but I'm gonna close this up. Yeah, it's looking fine. So tie this off, and I'm gonna go put this back in the fridge for an hour or two. Just gonna shake and bake a little bit. So now we have the saltiness and we have a bit of sweetness, and both the ketchup mayonnaise and the soy sauce contains a lot of umami, so this is going to be a good complement for the Celeriac cubes. All right, done. Now, as you can see, I have some leftover charcoal from a previous cook, so I figured since this is a quick cook, I might as well reuse it. So we're just gonna light this up, and since I'm not doing a low and slow today, I'm gonna drop in quite a few of these to get the fire started. Real quick, I'm gonna aim for a high temp today, 200 Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit at least, but basically I'm just gonna let this one rip and we'll see. Should take like 10-15 minutes, so I'm gonna wait for this one to come up to temp, but we're gonna run with vents open today, so full speed. It's time to make the sauce, which is going to be a wild garlic cream aioli. Like an aioli is made just like you do with a hollandaise sauce or a béarnaise sauce, etc. What it is basically an emulsion. I like the word emulsion, being an engineer, but basically when I take two compounds that normally don't mix and whisk them together. So by doing that, we're gonna break the oil down into tiny drops or driplets, and they're gonna be suspended in the oil egg yolk mix. So that's how it works. And again, I used to do this for years by hand, but I just got tired of it. Now I have a hand blender, so why not use the tools that are available? Now when making the aioli, you start out with egg yolks, just like with the other sauces, and there's 2 egg yolks in there, and I'm gonna add 2 deciliters of oil, so 1 egg yolk per deciliter is quite a good rule of thumb. And of course we have the wild garlic here. I'm gonna chop it up roughly and get it in there, so we're gonna blend it all together. And I'm gonna add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar that's gonna be adding some freshness. So first we're gonna blend this before adding the oil. And once that's done, we're gonna start adding the oil just a bit at a time. Right, that's starting to look good. I'm gonna add some salt to taste, but I think the sauce is done. The aioli is gonna be good. And we're up to temp. It's getting hot in here, so I'm gonna start adding my got the celeriac on, and now all we have to do is wait a little while. Now, how do I know when it's done? I'm gonna check just like you do with potatoes. So, but we're gonna leave this for 10-15 minutes and I'll come back and check it. Now they've been on for a little over 10 minutes on 400 Fahrenheit, so I think I'm actually going to remove this and remove the plate setter just to give them a quick char. And I think it's time to bring them in. Don't want to get them too charred, but this is looking good. So this is what it looks like. Nice, tasty. Here's the wild garlic aioli, so I think it's time for a taste test. This is a real nice platter to share on the table also, but let's see. They have just the right texture, which I think is good, and that's why I cooked it on very high heat, but still indirect in the beginning. So first 10 minutes on indirect heat, but very high, 400 Fahrenheit or 200 Celsius. But also just giving them a light char at the end for looks. It's good stuff. I like the garlic part of the wild garlic really comes through in this aioli. And just a bit of vinegar. This is definitely a starter you should try. Good stuff. There were some nice flavor combinations. That's a good fun way of cooking celeriac really hot and fast. You can also smoke it, of course, and you can cook it caveman style like I mentioned in the beginning. I may just have to come back to that because I think that's a real nice combo. Either way, this is a great starter. Just add some nice flavor before the main course comes in. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button and see you guys next episode.